Hey everybody, my name is Mike, and I've got a Counter-Strike Global Offensive gameplay doing some competitive matchmaking on DE_Inferno. I think this is really cut down. I think the original video was like 40 minutes, and so I cut it down to basically the most important stuff, and I sped up a lot of stuff because there's a lot of me camping here as a counter-terrorist. This does include both counter-terrorist and terrorist, and I must say that the terrorist side is a lot more interesting, so it's up to you if you want to watch the whole thing, but hopefully you will, because I have an interesting commentary topic, and that is commentaries themselves. So I don't know how many people here still kind of look at Call of Duty videos, but there is a person who goes way back, and he started like a movement on YouTube and I guess Call of Duty. His name is ONLYUSEmeBLADE, and he does more than Call of Duty now, but he's known for only using his knife in the game, and he makes gameplays of that. Very interesting guy, and I watched one of his gameplay commentaries about doing commentaries and how weird commentaries really are. Because right now I'm in my bedroom talking into a microphone to myself, and you guys and girls are listening to it later on. And in reality, I'm just talking to no one. And it's such a weird thing because commentaries aren't something, like Blade said, aren't something that you can, for me anyway, and him, it's not something we can just do with anyone around. Like, if there was someone in my room right now, I wouldn't be able to do a commentary because I just can't. It would be weird, I think. This is like my personal, this like a personal thing. It's like, it's like not spiritual, but it's my space, you know, and I wouldn't feel comfortable doing a commentary with other people around, and it's like weird because if I'm doing a commentary with someone else around, which I've never done like a dual or more commentary with someone else that was face to face with me, but I have done commentaries with more than one person, and it makes sense, but while it's happening, it's really weird because we're just talking to each other about something, but really we're just talking to ourselves. You know what? We're still just talking to ourselves, and it's really weird. And the funny thing about me is my bedroom is in the basement, and behind my you walk down into the basement, and like you walk into like the laundry area, and there's a desk that my dad has his computer at, and that's where he spends a lot of time watching movies, listening to music, and whatever he does. And he usually has like a headset on. But my room, like, you take a left from his office area and you go into my room, and like a very thin door separates where he sits and where I sit. And for me, it's it's so weird. I mostly do Let's Plays. Well, I mostly do any of my gameplay commentaries when I'm home alone or when like no one is within the vicinity of my room. But sometimes I'll do gameplay commentaries, mostly Let's Plays, when like my dad's home and when he's in the other room. And I think it's still so weird because despite the fact that he's probably paying attention to his movie on his headset, or he's, you know, listening to music or something, it still weirds me out that at any given moment he could hit pause, he could go to the washroom, he could come into my room to ask me something, and he can hear what I'm saying. And sometimes it's no big deal, like I'm just talking about something normal, just saying, oh hey, there's a box over there, oh cool, I just shot that guy in the face. But then at the same time I could be going like, oh my god, and it's, you know what I mean? And that sounded funny to me, but it's so weird that he can hear me doing that, and I always just feel weird doing commentaries around him. And the thing is I can totally distinguish when I'm doing commentaries alone and when I'm doing commentaries with someone around in my gameplays, because when I'm doing commentaries alone, it's me. Obviously I know my personality, and I just know what I sound like when I'm comfortable. But when it comes to doing Let's Plays, I can tell that I'm trying to speak. When it comes to doing Let's Plays with other people around, I can totally tell that I'm trying to be more quiet. I'm definitely toning down my personality and just trying not to be weird. And it's a weird concept, commentaries, because I think I juggled the thought of having my girlfriend do some commentaries because I have the Taylor Plays game series, and I was like, well shit, I'll have her do some commentaries with me, and then I scrapped that. I was like, no, I can't do that. I cannot do that. It'd be so weird because my girlfriend's not a gamer, and this YouTube thing, she supports it, still kind of finds it a little bit weird, and I understand that, but it's like I would not be able to do that with her or anyone else, and it's just weird. And the one thing, I've been walked in on a couple times doing commentaries, and I swear to God, it's like being walked on when you're masturbating. It's so awkward, and I think a couple times it was just me doing like commentary, and I was like, oh, this is awkward. I just paused and I stopped and I just re-recorded everything. But the one time I remember I was playing Dead Island, I was doing the Let's Plays for that, and for that game I had the face cam, and so I had this whole setup of me playing the game, and then on my desk there was a camera facing me, just recording me. And my brother came downstairs, and he opens the door, and he's like, "What are you doing? Are you recording yourself playing games?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Why?" I said, "Well, that's just what I don't know." So it was so weird. It's such an uncomfortable feeling being walked in on when you're doing commentaries. So that's one thing I want to talk about. The other thing I want to talk about in relation to commentaries is how I don't do that many anymore. Like I went back these past couple of weeks and months. I've been going back to watch, and this was really funny. I can't believe I got that. I went back and watched some of my older videos back when I was doing commentaries all the time. Even though they weren't that good, I was doing commentaries all the time. That was my thing. And nowadays, I don't do commentaries at all. And it sucks thinking about it, because Let's Play commentaries aren't the same, because it's a live commentary and I'm commentating what I'm seeing, and it's just different than doing a commentary like this, because in a Let's Play I'm commentating what I'm seeing, and it's very hard and almost distracting for me to talk about something unrelated to what I'm seeing, whereas it's the complete opposite in something like this, because I honest to God, I probably couldn't talk about this gameplay for 9 minutes and not only keep you interested, but have anything other to say than, so I'm walking up mid, and I look back, and I look through Arch now, and I'm looking through here. That would be my commentary. And I find it super hard to do that, whereas it's so much easier for me to just talk about something else. And so I realized that I haven't been doing that many commentaries, and it sucks, because commentaries are fun. It's really interesting. It's a nice way to connect with people, to talk about something that's on my mind, and it's a nice way to maybe provoke thought in the viewers, because I'm a big fan of CNanners, and CNanners doesn't really do commentaries anymore, which is fine, because his videos that he does now are freaking hilarious. But I went back, and mostly his commentaries are what I watched, and his commentaries were really insightful. Like, they made me think. It just kind of brought out his personality. It was different than just... It was different. It was no different to what I'm used to, I guess. He wasn't really talking about, like, he had videos where he talked about his life, but some of his videos were talking about other things, which I can't really remember at right now, this second, unfortunately, but it made me think, and I was like, well, this is a really good commentary, and that's kind of what made me want to do more commentaries. So hopefully I'll be doing a little bit more of those, because they're fun. They really are fun. It's nice to get the stuff off my chest. It's nice to just talk for a little bit, and despite the fact that commentaries are really weird, it's still nice to do that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this commentary and the gameplay. I thought it was a pretty decent game. I know that it's a little bit choppy, and that's because the CSGO demos, they're like broken still. It's like some of them just work completely fine, but other times it's like I'm playing or I'm watching the demo, and it's kind of like this. I've actually, this isn't that bad actually. I've had a demo where it was like an amazing gameplay, and it was so choppy. It was like laggy, choppy, and I was really disappointed, because I really wanted to get that gameplay out to you guys, but I couldn't. But also, on a side note, since this is a Counter-Strike gameplay, I actually do have like a whole list somewhere around here of demos that I need to record and eventually get out to you guys, because they were pretty good gameplays. Because I know a lot of you like Counter-Strike videos, and I've been just trying to get more gameplays in general where I can just do commentaries. I have like a whole commentary topic thing, and I'm trying to do commentaries a little bit better so they're more interesting, and I don't know, for another video. Thanks for watching, love your faces, and have a great day.